Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here and it's time for another beer review. It's another virgin beer review as well. The last two were virgin beer reviews. I should have said that really in those videos. It's September and I'm back, baby. I'm back! So if you're new here, first of all, let's get the boring bit out of the way. If you're brand new to this channel, welcome along to the Hop House. We call that because we like hoppy beer, we like house music, we're on the beer side. If you like either of those or both, then give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel if it's your cup of tea. If not, feel free to carry on watching anyway. Okay, so I did a couple of beer reviews here in my garden. I'm keeping my eye on the wind because it knocked the tripod over and the camera went flying towards me. I saved it, I managed to save it. That was the first review we did. That's going to be comedy gold when I watch that back. But yeah, I've sort of had August off the beer. I was up Yorkshire in July, had a bit of a bereavement in the family, and then we went away to Tenby for our anniversary. And then I've sort of had a bit of a break off the beer. I do tend to sort of I think twice a year, I usually have a month off just to give myself a bit of a break. I think I've lost a bit of weight as well. I've got one less chin. I've only got like the 3 now instead of 4. So that's basically what I've been up to in August. Still got some more videos to put up from June because I did do quite a lot of content in June. Just haven't uploaded it yet because of what happened with the family emergency and everything in July. I've just not got round to doing it. But yeah, we're back and we're doing some craft lagers today. So I've just done 2 from Black Isle Brewing. They're up in the north of Scotland, IV8 postcode, so I know IV postcode is Inverness, so it's really up the top there. And they were craft lagers. We did their Puskas, which was amazing. I really like that. We did not Constantinople, which was a bit more herbally and spicy, but they were both pretty decent beers. You know, I gave the Puskas 2 thumbs up, and I gave the Not Constantinople 1. So this next one I've found, I got it only yesterday in Aldi. It's new to my Aldi anyway. I don't know if it's a new beer or if it's just gone into Aldi. Do you want to see what we're reviewing? Okay, this is a bit more big beer, and it's from Goose Island, and it's called Goose On The Loose. It's not made in Scotland, but I thought the accent really worked with it. So once again, it's Goose On The Loose. Apologies to anyone. Ooh, it's got an Aldi thing, look. Ooh, I didn't even notice that when I picked it up. So this must be an exclusive to Aldi. It's sort of got the Aldi colours on the bottom and that Aldi logo there. How interesting. Anyway, I never even saw that. Never clocked it. Aldi. Goose On The Loose. It's an India Pale Lager. Refreshing and fruity. It's coming in at 5% ABV, 330ml can. So let's get it out into the glass. Yeah, I picked it up yesterday. It was at the end of a tat aisle. You know, the old tat aisle in Aldi. £1.49 a can. Individual cans only. They still had, and they've been selling it for ages, but they still have a pack of the Goose Island IPA that they've been selling in there, but they're selling it for like over a £5 for 4 cans of it. Don't think it's worth that much. Right, this then. So considering the last 2 beers I had some haze and cloudiness and were can conditioned, this is sort of the opposite. This is more what I would expect from a lager. It looks almost cidery with the amount of carbonation going up. But saying that, it's brewed at a cost for Aldi. Cost wise, I don't think I've told you the cost yet, have I? Well, if I have, I'll say it again. Yeah, so this was in Aldi. Obviously it's got the Aldi logo on again. £1.49. £1.49 of your British pounds and pence will get you this. It's a clear beer. It's lager cider looking. It's blonde to golden in colour. Carbonation going up from the bottom centre of the bottom of the glass. Sort of fluffy, foamy white head. Looks decent enough how it jigs about in the glass. So it's an India Pale Lager. So it's going to have the fizz and the carbonation of a lager, but it's got to have the bite of an IPA. It's clear and see-through, so I'm expecting it more to be West Coast IPA than New England because it's got no haze to it. But then again, Goose Island, like I say, they're a big company now. Goose Island Brewing Company started off as a small fry in America. Then they got bought out by AB InBev, which is a huge company, huge conglomerate. I love that word, conglomerate. Makes me sound posh. And they turned them into Goose Island IPA is okay. It's acceptable. Preferred the Midway. I actually quite liked the Midway when I had that. I thought it had a bit more going on about it. But this is the IPL, Goose on the Loose. Should we get some aroma? Right, let's do it. Let's put that into there. We'll give it a whiff. See what we can sniff. Okay. Definite Pilsner lager malt smell. And then I'm getting almost like a pininess, but I don't know if it's like a fake pininess. It's bordering between pine needle and the smell of like a metal tin can. They don't smell that bad. I'm going to go more with pine needle than metal tin can, because I think that's a bit unfair. I don't want to judge it just because it's a big brewery. He says wearing a Brewdog t-shirt. I got this in Tesco actually. I just quite like the design of the t-shirt. I mean, punk IPA is not what it used to be, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. It smells like it could be decent. It could be okay. It's £1.49 a can. I was quite surprised by the last two beers I had, considering I've had them a while as well, that they're both can conditioned and they were a craft lager. This, well, in all fairness to it, it says India Pale Lager. It doesn't claim to be craft. I don't even think Goose Island do claim to be craft anymore. They're just a brand within the InBev beverage range. It smells alright. Let's give it a try. Bottoms up, down the hatch. Got another can of this as well. Anyone want it? It's very safe. It's not horrible. I'm not going to pour it down the sink. I'm certainly going to drink it. But considering how flavoursome the last two beers were, I was expecting this to be up there with it. But okay, I picked it up off the shelf, and granted, I didn't see the Aldi symbol in the corner. I didn't even pick up on the thing. I just saw Goose Island India Pale Lager, £1.49, bang, two of them in my basket. I was expecting this to be clear. In fact, I was expecting the last two beers to be a lot more lager, normal mainstream lagerish, and they weren't. So fair play to Black Isle Brewery, or whatever they're called. I forgot what they're bloody called now. I'm trying to get some more out of it. It's getting a bit more pinier. The carbonation is slightly softer than the previous two beers. I'll give it that. It has an initial fizziness to it. It is supposed to be a lager at the end of the day. It's making me burp. But then it sort of softens off a bit. But then what you get definitely get Pilsner breadiness down the middle of the tongue. Quite dry bread as well. Really dries your mouth out actually. Down the sides, they're trying. I think they're trying. They're trying to give you more that pine needle. I wouldn't necessarily say it's lemon and limey. It's not even grapefruity. It is just like pine essence, pine needle. What was it in a beer that I had? It said pine sap. I thought it was a great way of describing something. This is almost like pine sap. It's not that strong, but it's there. And then in the back end, you're getting a little touch of the pine still, and then pure lager malt. Lager malt is at the back end. It's lingering and lagering on your palate, so you do know it is a lager at the back end. It's maybe if I'd had this first, I would have maybe thought, you know what, that's not bad for £1.49. But because I had those other two craft lagers first that were really quite flavoursome, and I'm really appreciating them now when drinking this. It's safe. It's safe. I can sort of see it working. I can see people buying it. It's a bit like, for me, it's a bit like, it goes down the same road as the Brewdog Silk Road, and the Northern Monk Faith in the Tropics. I think those that are not necessarily beer snobs or beer fans, beer advocates, beer sommeliers, whatever the hell you want to call them. Basically, people that are not beer drinkers, they'd buy that and they think, you know what, Goose Island, I've heard that. Maybe they've gone to a slug and lettuce bar or something, you know, like a big corporate bar, and they've seen Goose Island with the goose on the pump of Midway or IPA, and so it's a brand they recognise, and then they see that in Aldi and they go, oh, you know what, I'll try that because it's £1.49 a can. It's an India Pale Lager, maybe that's sort of hip and trendy, and so they'll try it. So I think it'll sell. I think that'll sell better than the hop foundry crap that they put out in Aldi, personally. Would I buy it again? No. Maybe if I'd have done it first before those other two. I'm just trying to work my way up through the ABV. Those other two are 4.5. But no, I mean, I gave them 2 thumbs up and a thumb up retrospectively, and so that has got to be a thumb in the middle. I'll finish it. I'm not going to chuck it, but it's not great. It's big beer. It's sort of clear and see-through. It's a bit meh, and that's kind of what it is, really. So I've had 2 decent lagers and one okay-ish one. But yeah, if you want to go check it out, if you like your lager and you want to try sort of Aldi and Goose Island's attempt at an IPL, seem to be cropping up everywhere at IPLs at the minute. It's a beer style that I think's growing in popularity. That and Best Bitters and ASBs seem to be on the forefront. I thought they would be last year, but they seem to be more this year. I'll finish it. It's alright. Just those 2 before were really good, so this is a bit disappointing. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again for some more beer reviews right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people. Cheers.